It's an understatement to say that I'm very hyped for All Elite Wrestling. Finally, an alternative that could rival with WWE. I don't watch much alternatives beside WWE for wrestling, but this is one that I'm definitely going to keep up with, and I'm very intrigued to see who they sign before Double or Nothing and after Double or Nothing going forward. So in this video, I'm going through wrestlers that they could very easily sign. This is 10 wrestlers AEW could be signing. Number 10, Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn recently made her in-ring return after she retired, and she was in the Mae Young Classic where she got a really good crowd reaction, and WWE didn't sign her, so it's very possible that All Elite Wrestling might sign her. She has a name behind her, she could help the women's division out in All Elite Wrestling, and I think there's a lot of potential for Kaitlyn if she goes to All Elite Wrestling. Number 9, Joey Ryan. Joey Ryan is a controversial figure in wrestling, a very polarizing figure. Fans are very divided whether they like the dick suplex or not. Personally, I think it's great, but I think he'll definitely find his way to All Elite Wrestling. I mean, he's very known on the indies, and I think there's just no doubt he'll end up there. He was at All In, he had a big segment at All In where he rose from the dead with Dick Druids, and I definitely see him at All Elite Wrestling, to be honest. Number 8, Jordynne Grace. If you know me well, you know that Jordynne Grace is one of my favorite wrestlers at the moment, and I think she'll definitely find her way to All Elite Wrestling. I mean, she was a massive star at All In. The 0 Hour Battle Royale, she was a big story of that Battle Royale, and I think she has so much potential, whether it be in a women's division there, or wrestling intergender in All Elite Wrestling. I hope to see Jordynne Grace in AEW. Number 7, Marty Skull. The rest of the Elite have all gone to All Elite Wrestling already. I mean, Kenny, the Bucks, Cody, Bad Influence, and Adam Page, they're all there. So it's only a matter of time before Marty Skull joins his friends. Marty Skull is a great wrestler, and I don't really doubt that he'll end up there. I think he'll be a big part of the scene, All Elite Wrestling, and I think he'll probably end up there. Number 6, Jay Lethal. So Jay Lethal wrestled at All In, and to be honest, I think it's very likely that he'll probably end up there as well. He's a big part of Ring of Honor, a big name on the indies, and if AEW don't sign him, they're really missing out. Number 5, Shawn Spears, aka Ty Dillinger. But he's surprised I put this guy at number 5, not number 10. I am positively sure that Shawn Spears will end up in AEW in some way, or at least wrestle there for a couple of occasions. I mean, he's good friends with Cody Rhodes, who is a big part of the company. He just got released from WWE, and he's popular. He's so over with the fans and the hardcore fan base that will primarily be AEW's fan base. Number 4, The Club. Rumors have been circulating online that the Club could be out of WWE and they have not renewed their contracts, even though they got very high figure offers. They have been very underutilized in WWE, and I think they'll be utilized really well in AEW. Just imagine the matches they would have with the Young Bucks or the Lucha Bros. There would be absolute clinics, and quite frankly, in WWE they haven't been what they were like in Japan, and I think AEW could help revive them if they do go to there, which I hope they do. Number 3, Tessa Blanchard. Is it safe to say that Tessa Blanchard is probably the best women's wrestler outside of WWE right now? Because I really do think she is. She is absolutely tremendous. I don't know why WWE didn't sign her after the Mae Young Classic, it's beyond me, but she has gone out into the indie scene and made a name for herself. She's been big in Impact, and she's wrestled intergender. She's done a lot of things, and I think AEW could really use someone like Tessa Blanchard. She's an all-rounder. Number 2, Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis, the former NWA champion. Oh no, I think he is now the NWA champion still, because he won it back. But he wrestled Cody Rhodes at All In for the NWA championship in what was probably the match of the night. And if AEW don't sign him, I think they're really missing out. Nick Aldis is so talented. He's really broken out in the past 2 years, and I think he's great personally. So I would not be surprised to see Nick Aldis end up in All Elite Wrestling. And number 1, it's Dean Ambrose. Of course, it's Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose. He's leaving. It's basically confirmed at this point. That whole angle with Drew McIntyre doing the Claymore kick on the fence, apparently that was to write him off TV for good. So if Dean Ambrose is leaving WWE, AEW is just the place to go. It's it. He would be used so well there. He could have amazing matches with Jimmy Havoc. Imagine the extreme matches he has with Jimmy Havoc. The match with the Kenny, the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, Marty Skull if Marty Skull goes. Jesus Christ, there's so much potential for Dean Ambrose in All Elite Wrestling. that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, smack that like button. Let me know if you want to see more AEW content. When Double or Nothing happens, when All Elite Wrestling like properly kicks off, there'll definitely be loads of AEW content on this channel, and I think that's a good thing. I definitely want to branch out, do some more AEW stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.